first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Fields. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Nico Collins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Not much there, only a yard. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Huntley. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Huntley to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. CeeDee Lamb. 71 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To throw, Huntley. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Huntley. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run, Cook. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Huntley. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken past the 30.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, Fields. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Fields. This one swung out here to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here we go, G, get off the field. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On first down, Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That is caught by Lamb. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Right there, 54.
They snap it to Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Off play action. Huntley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to Lambeau Field.
Yeah, it's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on 3rd down, Huntley. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
At the 27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Fields now to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Off the bootleg. Huntley. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Eric Stokes. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of hard. You're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw on second down, Huntley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Second and goal from the 1. This one left side caught by Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Huntley to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football. And I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points,